What's happening, YouTube? Kite Planet here, or Kite if you're like that. Unfortunately, some people aren't like that. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm like that. First thing you need to do is hit the like button. Why? Because this is a new salary ranking video post Ubers versus Bastard Munchen match. So if you're hyped, hit the like button. Show some love and get this out there. 300, 400 likes, something like that. Y'all are capable of it. But anyways, I say that because subscribe, because I might make a part 2. Why? Because there's speculation going on about the offsides and all that. I'm not here to talk about if it's true or not, right? I'm not here to debate whether it's gonna be true or it's not. I'm saying if the possibility comes that it is true, I feel like it will change the salary rankings in my own way. Why? I've already thought deeply about this, but the simplest explanation I could give for it is because Isagi's goal, it's not what we were expecting. I didn't forget you goofballs talking about he was going to get Predator Eye, arguing with me about that, and he was going to do a bicycle kick, and he was going to get a new shot or something. I didn't forget about that, so don't think I did, and then you got to get called out on it, because it's only respect, it's only right. Take your ill like a man. Anyways, I'm not here to talk about that, but we all thought it was going to be something grander than what it was. It was just a nice pass, a Psy-esque pass. Hiyori really did a lot of the work, not downplaying what Isagi did, because you still got to be able to finish. Simple as that. You got to be able to finish, and he finished. But the whole setup really wasn't that impressive. It was just a direct shot as compared to some of the things y'all were talking about, Predator Eye and bicycle kicks, because that's what the game felt like. Like something like that was gonna have to happen to end this, but it wasn't. It was just direct shot flow, I guess. But I think that brought us all back down to reality, and I think we'll come back to reality with the rankings. A lot of people have been saying 180 million and for this, and like, we got to come back down, bro, and really look at the numbers. And I'm going to break it down for you in a sec, but let me pull up the format I have decided to do. I've decided to do ranges and put people in between ranges. Why? Because trying to sit here and guess everyone's specific salary is ridiculous. It's not very efficient, and it'll take super long. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to do it like this, and I think we should all be okay with this, respectively, right? Yeah. Okay. So obviously, I put in the new gen just for fun, because why not, right? We already know enough about them. Where's Kaiser? Okay, so Kaiser obviously there. Lorenzo is obviously somewhere in between 250 to 300 million. He's below Kaiser though, and I put Sai in here just for fun because he's on their level. Why not? But you'll notice that I put Chappie in here because there's a possibility people have been saying he is a new gen. Correct? And he could be and he could not be, right? Because Shido and Reen both scored in their first game. They scored all the goals. He didn't score any, but he could be a midfielder, right? It makes sense that there are multiple new gen 11 midfielders because multiple midfielders occupy the field normally in a regular match. So he could be one, but I wouldn't put him on the level of the new gen just because there's just no buzz or anything about him. If he were to be a new gen, I would put him right here. But this is if he's a new gen. If he's not, if he's just a regular under 20 player, I would obviously bump him down lower, but I'm overestimating what he does just for argument's sake. He might be somewhere, he might even be like 120. He might be more on this level. But I'm going to put him here just because I made this category just for him because I'm overestimating him a lot. Okay, so let's get the obvious stuff out the way. All the people that will... Hold on, let me fix this. This category was supposed to say under 50 mil. Okay. All right, that's better. Okay, so yeah. Let's get the people out of the way that are going to remain under 50 million. Okay, so obviously Corona will stay under 50 million because he's only at 24. He did some good things. It was part of an assist, but yeah, I think Raichi, he's done good, but not enough to get him over 50 million. He didn't have a block or anything. Did he have a steal? I don't think he had a steal. So yeah, I think Aryu and Nico will remain under 50 million because it takes a lot. It took Nico 2 games to get to 23 million. And Aiku may... Okay, so Aiku's at 30. Where is he at? No, he's at 27 million. Did he do enough to jump 30 million? I'm not sure. Goals are what exponentially increase your salary. I wouldn't say that And he's a defender. He's the highest rated defender if you don't count Gagamaru, who's only a million yen above. But I think he's going to stay under 50 million. What did he do, honestly? He did good things. I'm not going to sit here and downplay Aiku. Of course I'm not. He stopped Isagi. He was playing good defense on the new gen. But is he going to jump up? Where's he at? 13? Is that 13 million that he has to jump up? Yeah, 13 million. I mean, he could. I'll give it to him. Because if we go on track, he did 27 million. It took him 2 games to get that. If we divide, what's 27 divided in half? 28 would be 14. So it's like 13.5 million per game. So if he jumps up 13 million, he will be right at 50 million. So actually, no, he won't. Fuck am I talking about? My math's all the way off. No, hell no. He's not jumping up there. If he jumped up 20-something million this game, then he'd be up there. No, he'll stay under 50 million. He's a defender. Don't expect the defenders to just jump up this much. They'll still remain on the board. Like, they're still on the board in the top 20. Only 23 people are going to make it. There's going to be defenders, and regardless of that. But I think he'll stay under there. Yukimiya will as well. No argument there from y'all, I don't see. Otoya will remain under 50 million. Regardless of what Karasu does, he's at 12 million. He will not jump up 40 or 38 million. Come on now. He's not. I don't care. Unless he scores a goal, and I don't see him scoring a goal. Darai, I just put him on here because he was on there. He'll remain under there. Sendo, he had an assist. That stealth kill shot was an assist from Sendo, but I don't think that's enough to push him up that much. Tokimitsu, these guys will all remain under 50 million. You can argue about it in the comments if you think otherwise. I think I was going to put him, Kunigami, at here, but he did have that game-saving block, and that should be enough to jump him up 3 million at least, right? Come on. I think he'll stay. He'll go up there. Okay, who else do we have on here? All right, I think this is good for the under 50 million. Where's Rayo at? Rayo's already at 40. No, he'll do something. I'll put Rayo here because he will obviously assist and do all his stuff. He will jump up 10 million at least. Come on now. Be realistic. Bachida is here just because he didn't play. And so if he did play, I would put him up here on the 110, 150 because all his goals are worth like 30 million a piece. That's unique. So if he did score, I'm sure he would be above 100 million, but he's not. So Gagamaru, right? In one game, he increased his salary to 28 million. Okay, a lot of people say he jumps up to 80 million and all that. We got to be realistic here, guys. I'm going to pull up the salary. If it's not already up, I'll have the salary of what their rankings are now. The top 3 being Baro, Nagi, and Bachida are that high because of specific circumstances, guys. We have to realize that 100 million is a hat trick in a game, coupled with Snuffy and all the stuff going on with the Ubers. Nagi, 5-shot revolver, went viral on the internet and with everybody. So that's why he jumped up to 88 million. 66 million, every goal Bachida does is this fancy stuff. People like to see Bachida's goals. They are probably the most exciting goals outside of Nagi's, but Nagi can't recreate. I'm not going to say that because he can recreate spectacular goals, but it's all at the end in the process of like a second, whereas Bachida dribbles and then finishes. So it's longer, it's more pleasing to the eye. So these guys are all special cases. That's why they're so high. Once we get down out of the top 3 to the 4th spot, we come to Isagi where it becomes more realistic. Isagi did a shit ton of stuff to get 50 million, like multiple assists, steals, blocks. He did a lot to get only 50 million. So y'all coming in here thinking that he's going to jump, like people just jump up 30 and 40 million for like non-goals is ridiculous. And we have to come back to reality. Reen scored 2 goals in his first game, one being the finisher. It was 2-2, and he scored the finishing goal, and he had 2 goals that game and was only worth 36 million. So we got to be realistic on what these goals are worth and what comes into them. What Gagamaru did this game was good, but he also had 2 goals scored on him, and people are going to see that, and they're going to be like, okay. So I would put him in between 50 million, maybe. Like, he might even end up in the less than 50 million. You just never know. But I will put him here, and I'd say he's more on the lower side of it. 60, 70 million, maybe. 80 million is kind of high, but it's possible. But I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I also think Hiyori will stay under 50 million. He barely played, and he did an assist to finish the game. But Isagi's had like 3 of those and is only worth 50 million. So for he to just jump up past that without anything is ridiculous. So I don't think he'll jump up there. Chigity's at 30 million right now. So will he jump up 20 million against PXG? I see it going one of 2 ways, where he's speed and they know speed, so they're gonna lock him up, or he's speed and he's the only thing that can compete with speed is the only thing that can compete with PXG. So I mean, I don't know, man. Chigity, I don't see him jumping up that high, but I can give him 60 million. I don't think that's ridiculous. But is each one of his goals worth 30 million? I don't know if he's that type of, and I'll give him it. I'll put him there just, for argument's sake. Isagi, obviously, I want to put him. I think he'll surpass the 100 million threshold. He's done a lot. 2 goals. If the goal stands, a goal finisher. He finished the game, iced the game when it was 2-2. He had a block on Barrow. He had like 3 steals. He was the key to this game. Without Isagi, they lose. They get waxed because Don Lorenzo's on Kaiser and Kunigami can't hold it because you got Aiku and all them guys. So be realistic. Isagi, he's going to go up a lot just because of his impact on the game. And if he does, he'll get man of the match twice in a row. That'll be insane. Twice man of the match? Hey, been done before. But Barrow, obviously, I see him going up. I'm not going to sit here and just boost him up to... Actually, I will put him up here. Oh, I created the wrong category. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So, Barrow, I see him being above 150 million. Maybe not too far above. Maybe like 155, 160. Because he did have 2 goals. He had 1 goal, the double nutmeg, which will go viral like Nagi's did and increase the value of that singular goal. He had another goal. He had a block, a game-saving block, and he took over the team, all that. I mean, we'll just have to see. But I say he's above 150 million. I think no one will really argue there. Maybe on the lower side. How high he gets up depends on how one other team values him. It could be another team that wants to use him against Snuffy. Like, it could be a real actual team that's not a under 20 team. But I'll get into that for another video and the direction and path of each person. So these guys I'm gonna save for last. Nagi obviously will surpass that threshold of 100 million. He only needs 12 million to get there, so he'll get there. Rin and Shido, okay, in my opinion, you can argue with this or whatever, I don't think they will surpass Isagi's bid. I don't think they will. I think they will both end up in the 50 million, maybe 50 million, right? Because if Shido gets only 1 goal again, he'll be under 50 million. Like, he might end up here. I don't see where y'all getting these ideas that they will increase 70 to 80 million. I know you want to, but think about it. All these guys, it took Rayo, Rain, Kunigami, all these guys who are like pretty good scorers, Chigiri, 2 games to get to where they're at, to get to 40, 30. It took Reen 2 goals to get to 36 million. If he gets 2 goals again and we just go with that trend, like, he won't be at 100 million. I don't see them. I think Isagi will go into this game higher than them. And that will be their, like, oh shit, like Isagi, like, he went crazy. Like, we got to go. They already take him seriously, but they'll be like, okay, like, he's about to like surpass us. Like, everybody's going to say he's better than us, and they'll lock in. I don't think that they will be above 100 million. What could they possibly do sharing the field with Zantetsu, Tokimitsu, and Oli Karasu? What could they do? And they got to share the goals with each other. If Rin gets a hat trick, yeah, he'll jump up there. But then that just means Shido sucks. And I don't want to hear anybody talking about Shido if Rin gets a hat trick. And vice versa. If Shido gets a hat trick and Rin gets no goals, he sucks. So, and because they're sharing the same field, not that they actually suck. But obviously one will get 1 goal, one might get 2 goals, or somebody else might score. But none of that is enough to push them above 100 million. You think Rayo's going to, Rin's going to jump up 64 million? Fuck out of here, bro. What are y'all reading? But I mean, I don't blame y'all for being illiterate. I knew people couldn't read back in the Fortnite days when you go to that place and people were calling it Dusty Depot instead of Dusty Depot. That's why I knew people were illiterate and can't read. So if y'all don't understand that, I don't blame you if you're one of those guys. No offense, I'm just joking, but for real, like, come on now. Jumping up 66 million is ridiculous. You got to do some shit like Nagi did. And neither Rin nor Shido is doing anything close to what Nagi does. So I'm sorry, keep it realistic. And yeah, I got these two guys on here because I think they will. Ooh, shit. I think they will play a part in. Not Endoji, but I just put him on here just because. But I got Nishioka coming in with the bounce. I hope he comes back in this game and does something against PXG and maybe helps them win. And then maybe Endoji at the same time comes in. I got them just getting on the board. Right? That's all I'm going to say. They get on the board and headcanon, but still. But yeah, this is my list. Join the Discord if you want to make your own. I'll like drop the link in there and everybody can go make their own and drop them in there and we'll all react to each other. I know the guys in Discord already are going to do it because they do it every time. But yeah, this is my list. Drop your comments. Let me know if you think anybody else should be in different ranges or give me your reasons. Don't give me your feelings. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Give me some facts and some evidence. And yeah, I'll listen to you. But yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, maybe on part 2. So subscribe. Peace.